Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of the gratitude game. So today's mantra is forgiveness. Yesterday, we talked about how forgiveness is the gift you give yourself. When you're carrying around resentment, it's a heavy burden, and it also prevents you from looking for what you really want. So carrying around a lot of baggage that you really don't want in your life is preventing you from seeing and creating the space for the love and the adventure and the joy that you really do want. So again, forgiveness is the gift you give yourself. It's interesting because I remember seeing a long time ago that if you want new clothes, clear out the closet and donate the old clothes. And when you see the space in your closet, then you're going to be ready for the new clothes. Now, I don't recommend everybody become shopaholics. I'm just saying, in fact, I famously have uniforms. I have one thing that I like to wear all season long. And I think that it's sustainable, and it's kind of fun to have a uniform rather than a bunch of clothes that you wear every single day. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's fine. I'm not encouraging you to be a shopaholic, but I am encouraging you in your life to make sure that you are not carrying around old frayed clothes on your body and really wishing that you were, at the Paris runway show. And for guys, I want you, you may not carry around resentments as much. I don't know. A lot of the men I know don't, but I know a lot of men that have problems with carrying around their past as well. So what is an easy way to start the process of forgiveness? Because forgiveness, like gratitude, like joy, like happiness, is not something that you can force yourself to feel. They're feelings that come about as a result of the practice that you create to shoot yourself up the enlightenment path, essentially. So how do you get there with forgiveness if you really have trouble forgiving somebody for something you feel they have done to you that has either hurt you or harmed you? Right? So somehow there's something that you're carrying around that you think if this had not happened, your life would be so much better, or they should not have done this to you. And one of the ways that's the easiest to let go of that is to, you can, every time you think of that, count your blessings. Every time you think of that, think of something that you do love. Every time you think of that, breathe deeply. So some of the things that we've already talked about can be helpful. But there are some actions you can take to specifically forgive that person you feel has wronged you. One of them is rather simple. And I don't know why this works, and you can use a different denomination if you so desire, but send either $11 or an $11 gift to that person anonymously. It's very strange, but somehow you take back some of your power by doing something kind for them. And it doesn't take that many times. Like, you can do it a few times and do it thoughtfully. There was one person that I was having a difficult time with, and it was a person. And I knew that this person liked chocolate. And so it was very easy. I just went and I got, dark chocolate, premium dark chocolate bars, and I sent them to him anonymously. He actually figured out who it was. And so he actually called me and thanked me for it. And it was interesting because that shifted the conversation. Now, I had done it a few times before he realized who actually had done it. But it shifted the conversation. And I have to say, I had a lot of charge years ago. And now I have no charge. Now, I used other mindfulness tools as well, including some that you're going to learn going forward and some that you've already learned. Breathing, gratitude, all of that, meditations. I used all of the tools because this was a big charge for me, a really big one. But yeah, no charge now. So it can work. All right. So keep love in your heart. And again, when you're walking around, it's still there, right? You're still going to say, I love you. I love you, birds, for singing. They made my day. You want to keep breathing and being more mindful about it. Don't be a shallow breather all day, and be grateful. You know, again, today it's focused more on forgiveness. So forgiveness is not something that you have to focus on every single day, because every single moment of today, because if you do, then you are actually calling in those feelings that you don't really want to call in all the time. You don't want to be obsessed about these people or those things that you did not like that happened to you. But what we do want to do is say that part of our mindfulness journey is not ignoring things that really do bother us or annoy us or worry us or we fear. So we're going to bring it in. We're going to take an action, and we're going to put it aside. And then we're going to focus back on the things that are going to make us a prosperous, abundant individual walking in that mindset. All right. So today is slightly different in that I don't want you to be obsessively calling this up. I want you, if it flies in from outer space by its own accord, decide how you are going to deal with it. Are you going to simply say, that's a small thing, so I'm just going to focus on something I can be grateful for? That's a slightly smaller, bigger thing, but not that bad. I'm going to focus on something I love. I'm going to breathe through this. Or is it something that is such a big deal to you that maybe that $11 gift, anonymous gift, is going to be the helpful thing? It just having something to do about it can release it. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for joining me. 21 days, a video a day, and new mantra every day. We're adding to it. All right. See you tomorrow.